Hello everyone, and welcome back to Colossus in Planet Coaster. Of course, I was going to mess up the intro, as I always do with these Planet Coaster videos, but welcome back to this series. I checked about 5 minutes ago to see when I last uploaded an episode of this series. I was thinking maybe quite a couple months back, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, because I don't feel it's been too long. And I then realised that I last uploaded part 4 a year ago, in January 2019. That is insane, how far I've come just ignoring this project. But that is no longer the case, because I finished Swarm, and since 2018 when I did start this entire project, I obviously redid it halfway through, because it was just awfully just bad in general. Awfully bad, that's a good description, but I redid it entirely since then. But the series has technically still been going on since early 2018, before Icon even started, and I finished that ages ago, and then I started Swarm, and I finished that. So now, fingers crossed, I will keep doing Colossus, because last time I said that after Icon, I was like, right, I'm going to nail down on Colossus, I'm totally going to finish this by next year. That is evident that didn't happen, and I'm still here to this day, commentating over what isn't even a half-finished project yet. I'm sorry for the delay in these series episodes. It's literally just been a matter of fact that I just have not got the... I don't know why, but every single time I have a project, I will just like go on the actual project itself and build a lot in like a certain space of time, and then I'll just get bored of the project for a while and probably move on to something else, which is what I did with Swarm and this. Because I did try to start building more of this, and then I went over to Swarm and started that, and then it kind of just went off from there. But I will say, what has happened with this project now is because I'm trying to do a full Thorpe Park recreation in Planet Coaster, I now want to do the best to finish this so I can implement that, and that's saying I'll then have 3 of the main Thorpe coasters done, because that would be what, Swarm, which I did ages ago. Also, if you can't tell, my voice is a bit dead. I think I have a cold coming on, which is brilliant, because right now I have so many ideas for videos, which I haven't had for about a week or two, and the time when I can record and edit everything, I don't feel great. It's brilliant. But yeah, I've got about 3 main coasters done now, just theming wise, after this is done, presumably in about 7 years at this point. But once this is finished, that means Stealth, Swarm, and this will be done in my Thorpe Park recreation. And then I'm going to do a little voting system. Do you guys want to see Saw the Ride next as a series, or do you want to see Nemesis Inferno next? That's up to you guys. Although I still have Duel to do, which I'm kind of annoyed I started that now, because I could have done it ages ago and kind of just dot to dot just started on some of it, finished it off later. But I've started it now. I want to try and finish it. It is my first dark ride that I've ever built in the game, which is quite a big achievement for me, because I just build coasters and try and recreate all the theming and stuff around it. Never really done the details of a dark ride before, so I'm quite interested to see if I actually finish that like I haven't this. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, haven't really been talking about it much, because I've just been rambling on about how the series has never happened pretty much. But this is the kind of pathway up towards a little bridge that goes over the entrance to the airtime hill after the vertical loop, and also the bottom of, well, in between the 2 corkscrews per se. This also has the queue line going underneath it as well, underneath it. Oh my god, my voice, I can't speak English. But there you go, goes under there twice to go into the extension queue. Obviously sometimes that isn't open, but I will be building it, as from experience of opening my entire Thorpe Park recreation, which again, I'll be doing a video showcasing that soon. I don't know whether I said that already. Did I? If I didn't, then there you go. If I did, then I'm plugging even more. I apologise. But I will open the park at that point, and literally loads of people rush over to Colossus because it has 10 inversions. It's just the public in Planet Coaster for you. But yeah, moving on. As you can see, the final Heartline roll into the brake run and the station. You may be thinking, why on earth am I redoing this? Well, literally, it was awfully shaped. Like, just terrible. And I've just decided to redo it as a whole because it was just genuinely unsmooth and just not good to look at whatsoever. It didn't have a heart line at all. It looked more like a probably a sea serpent roll than it did about, no, that's a bit far. It just looked awful, and I've decided to reshape it and redo it. Later on you will see a bit more of the maintenance area as well, which I do kind of do some work on. And there you go, much smoother. It's a bit jarring into the brake still, but I do fix that eventually. And it kind of does have this elevation change, which I didn't really realise with the old one, that I've now sorted as well. It's that POV sped up was just nothing I've ever seen before. If you went through that in real life at that speed, you'd probably be dead. Mainly because it's Colossus, not that it's too fast. But anyway, as you can see, supports are going in over that bit. I did just move the supports that were on it prior just over to the left or to the right, however you want to look at it, and I'm now just putting them back on. That's simple enough, I guess. I don't really know what else to say there, but I do end up, as I said, doing some more of the maintenance area, and also at the same time I do modify the brake speed as well, which you may be thinking, why on earth would you do that? Well, it kind of, Colossus in real life, you look at a POV, it doesn't slam into the brakes, it kind of glides across quite fast, and then it's like, it doesn't slowly lose speed, but it kind of just comes to not a sharp stop, but it's literally, I'm just explaining what a brake run is at this point. It's just it just kind of glides into the brakes at a decent speed and then like quickly slows down towards the end, but it's not too jarring, and that's how I'll explain it. I don't know why I just had to go through all that, but there you go. That is me rambling on as I always do in these episodes, and I also am realising that I always say that I do that in every single episode. If anyone watching sits through these episodes like fully, I congratulate you, and I don't think I could do it myself because I don't know what I'm on about half the time, if I'm honest. But as you can see, linking up the transfer track support. Now I did notice with that, it is a bit off, because if that was yes, I'm using a mouse board. I don't know why I used it, but there you go. I do realise it's kind of messed up, because if that transfer track were real, it literally can't slide into place properly. So I am going to have to redo some of that as well, but I'll do that off camera because that's just kind of boring stuff you don't really want to see. And yeah, I know it's not been the most exciting episode, but I kind of did just want to talk it out, because honestly, I haven't done an episode of this series in a year, and a lot has changed. We're going into the 2020 season soon. Blackpool opens the weekend coming, because I'm assuming I'll release it this week, although my upload schedule so far this year hasn't been the greatest. But yeah, Blackpool opens in a week, and Thorpe Park will open in about a month. Annual pass holder day. If I do get a ticket, I will be going, and if you do see me, you can come and say hi, although I literally just show my face in my thumbnails and nothing else, so that doesn't help. But saying that, I am planning some big things. I have a planned possible Q&A coming up, which I will announce on YouTube and Twitter and everything if it does end up happening, and I have some big plans for that video. People were saying that I should go to Thorpe Park and do it, or do it on the big one at Blackpool, which I would love to do, but I don't think that's going to happen. That would be pretty funny though, wouldn't it? Just turns up on the big one, just like, hi, can I record this POV, because I just need to do this Q&A. I don't care about your part rules, I'm just going to do it anyway. By the way, I don't condone filming on rides without, oh my god, there's the POV again. I don't condone filming on ride with cameras or whatnot, against the rules. I don't believe you should do that, as there are already part POVs out there, so don't get the wrong idea about that. I don't mean to influence that upon people, so yeah. Anyway, that is the end of the episode. I want a complete tangent there, and there it is slamming into, and here is just a comparison. The old is on the right and the new is on the left. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in a minute.